Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is AOIFE Marielle, and today I'm going to be colouring in some macarons using macaron colour pencils from TEMU. These are my little stamps I'm going to be using. These are macaron stamps. These are from Practical Publishing magazine. I don't know which one. These are years old. They've been in my stash, and I thought, why not colour in macarons using macaron pencils? And I am using a clarity stamp platform and a little acrylic block. This is so much easier for dexterity reasons, and VersaFine black ink and my little sketch pad, and basically that's it. This sketch pad is from The Works, cheap as chips, 130 GSM. It's great, absolutely great. I've used different stamps and just of an evening on the couch, just colouring in, making a colouring book. These stamps came from a tonic craft kit, and I didn't realise at the time, you will need a stamp platform for these, but I didn't realise at the time that it actually makes a full panel. Like, how would you describe that? How would you describe that? As a continuous pattern? Yeah, a continuous pattern, but it was a fluke. I didn't realise that it did that. And it's more William Morris inspired than anything. And I just, if we redo it, I'll do it in different colours because they're too bright. And these are just, again, TEMU stamps or stamps that I got from, God only knows, craft kits, other kits, just magazines that I used to get. They've just been lying in my stash for so long that, oh, this is my own wee colouring in. This is my own little drawing. I did a little cartoon of Rocky the Shamrock. Oh, don't look! Don't look! Rude, don't look! Anyway, here we go. I had doodle funds, so now we're just going to stamp out these onto my little sketchbook. As I said, you don't need expensive art materials, just whatever you've got in your stash. You don't need to spend a lot of money buying expensive books, expensive colouring books. I mean, if you've got kids' books, right, so Jeanette, you have these pencils already, okay? So you bought them for a reason, so you might as well bloody use them. So if you're not going to do this and get like your stamps out, because you're a crafter, so you have stamps, you've got ink, I'm sure you've got cardstock or paper, or even cartridge paper from your printer, you know, anything that you've got handy. Or I know you've got kids, so grab your kids' colouring books. Who's going to say? No one's going to know. No one's going to know, no one's going to care. But you need to just get the pencils out and get using them. It's not scary. You know what I mean? It's just pencils and paper. And if you don't want to like just you want to blend or you want to make them look amazing, I'm not the page to look for, okay? I'm not the channel to look for. I have not got an artistic bone in my body. What you should be looking for is the people who use the Copic markers, the Copic alcohol markers. Oh my God, they are magicians for showing you how to blend markers. That will help you with your colour pencils, because they will show you what colour sets go with what, or just watch them. They are phenomenal. I don't use alcohol markers. I don't have the patience. I was not given that as a virtue, and I don't want to have the patience to do it, but I will watch them. Oh, I will watch them, and they are incredible. I don't want to draw like that. I don't want to colour like that. I just want to chill. So when I'm doing this, I'm just making my own little colouring in book on a little pad, a cheap little pad, and these pencils. And they're brilliant pencils. They are softer. Some of them are softer than others, I will say. They're not the best colour pencils in the world, no, but they don't have to be. Just, they're only for fun. I mean, if you take the craziness out of it, oh, I think everything has to be perfect. No, it absolutely doesn't. Stop taking the fun out of your creativity. Just get them out. Get your bits out. Come on, get your bits out. And if you don't want to show anyone, you don't have to show anyone. But if you do it, post it on Instagram. Let me see what you do. Let me see that you are actually using them, or not. Keep it to yourself. You don't have to share. No one's forcing you. But don't sit on them. Don't leave them on a cupboard or a shelf or wherever you store them. Like in my craft room, it's on a shelf somewhere. But since you asked, I delivered. So get them out. Get your bits out. Come on, Jeanette, get your bits out. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. And I just used Pinterest to figure out like a reference picture. What they look like, because I can't eat these because I'm celiac, so I can't have any of the goodness that is amazing in this planet, because why would I have any joy in my life when I don't? So, yeah, you look on Pinterest, and I just looked for what macarons look like, and there we go. I have that on my desk while well, it's not my desk because I'm not at my desk, because I wrecked my knee yesterday while I was doing stupid stuff. And so I was supposed to be doing a video on texture paste, stencil pastes, and instead I am on my couch. That's why this is different. The setup is different because I'm on my couch colouring in, because I can't do anything else, because standing hurts, walking hurts, everything hurts. I'm too young to feel this old. But yeah, my knee is ruined at the minute, so I thought, well, I'm not going to sit around and do nothing. I just want to chill and colour in, and you asked for a video, so I have given you a video. So basically what I'm doing here is I found these colours that would go as the, you know, the cream in the middle. And this little thing here, I don't know what they are called. You don't need them, but I have one, and if you have one, I don't know if they work well with these or not. I'm not entirely sure. I call it a smudgesticle stick. I don't know if that's what you really call it, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's like a blending tool for colour pencils. I tried to be a wee bit technical here, but I think I failed, to be honest. I don't see much difference. It does make them shinier, I will say. It does make them shinier after you rub over them. But I don't even know if I'm doing that right. I don't know if there's any technique to it or what. I don't care. It's fun. But if you have them and you know how to use them, leave a comment and let me know if I'm doing it right or wrong. I mean, I'm not going to change how I do it because I'm not that way inclined. But it's macarons, you know. So I don't know if it's supposed to be for anything good or useful, or if I'm using them with the wrong pencils. But regardless, if you want to be technical and blend stuff, get a blending tool. Anyway, back to doing the creamy colours in the centre. So all I'm doing is looking for colours that would go well with other pastel-y colours that I'm going to choose. So I've got like a blue, a pink, a green and purple. So they're the four colours that we're going to use. Maybe a blue. Did I say blue? I'm not sure. They're the colours I'm going to use. And then for the creams, I don't want just one cream colour or one white colour, or I want a mixture. So that's a pink one, a creamier one, and then there's a bluey grey one for the blue grey ones. And basically just seeing what works with the colours I've chosen for the macarons. I think those two look identically the same, but they're not. On camera they look very close together, but in reality they're not really that close together in terms of tone at all. And now I'm just doing a tester page. This is the page in front of my macarons. This is the page to the side, so I can use that as a reference, or not, because I fold it underneath and completely forget that I even have it at all. But this is just to show you basically how to get your colour palette and to see if you want to change up any colours, or if, see, that's too light, so we discarded that one. And since I've never used them before, well, we're testing it. So then I'm doing a different green for the green ones, and it's a bit lighter, so not sure, but these are the colours that I've picked anyway for the creamy bit in the middle. Is it a cream? Well, I don't know. I've never had them, so I have no idea what they are. I just know that they're French macarons, not to be confused with macaroons, because macaroons, and if you know anything about Scotland, a macaroon bar is incredible. It's like ice and sugar in the centre, a solid block of ice and sugar, covered in like a cocoa and then covered in desiccated coconut. It will rip the teeth clean out of your head, the sugar that's in it, but oh my god, are they great. That's a macaron that we would have here. This is a macaron, which is French. A little French patisserie, which I can't have. Again, I'm celiac, I can't have these amazing foods, so I don't know what the middle bit is either. If it's cream, if it's a, is it creme patisserie, or I'm not entirely sure. But if you know, let me know in the comments what it is, what a macaron actually consists of, because I don't know. And I'm never going to know, just for reference sake, I'm never going to be able to find out. I'm never going to be able to eat one of these unless they make them with lactose-free cream and gluten-free flour, because I can't have lactose or flour. Yes, my life is full of the lack of joy. A lack of joy. I think we'll just leave it there. But now I'm just colouring in and figuring out what colours I like, what colours I want to use for the pinks, and colour families for blending, for like doing the blending. If you want to blend, if you don't want to blend, just figuring out what colours go together. What ones are nice, what ones work, what don't, what's too light, what's too dark. If you want to do the tones, if you want to do shading, you know, it's good to figure out your palette before you just jump ahead. Well, that's what I did anyway. And there's some really pretty colours that I didn't realise they had. I do swatch all of these. At the end you will see like the whole swatch card of all of the 72 colours, just because I wanted to have a feel for, you know, what they look like next time I use them, because I'm going to have to use these. Now that I'm telling Jeanette to do it, I will be using them too. So for reference, I just did the swatch card. The swatch card came with a different pack of brutfuners that I then photocopied, because the pack of macarons I had didn't come with any swatch card. So I scanned it into my printer and then printed it out just for reference. I printed about 10 of them for the different packs of pencils that I have, and then just named them, and I now know what. They're all in the back of my art journal, and then I know which ones they are. And my art journal, I will show you that at some point, because I made it with those little mushroom rings. I'm not sure, like the happy planner type things. We'll have one of those, what is it called? It's like a hole punch, a long hole punch from Staples that cut out the little mushroom ring loops in your paper, and I'm able to like make my own little journals out of those, which is quite handy. So I have then done that with those. I've just punched them and then put them in the back of the journal, and it's quite handy to keep a hold of them so that I know where they are, what the colours are. So now that we've almost figured out all of the colours, I think I mess about for another little bit or two. I would have done a normal voice with this, but it was, the dog next door was going off, and the bin man, because it's a trash collection day here, so that was all going on. And I live in a detached house, if you know what that is. It's paper thin walls basically, that you hear everything. Even with double glazing, you can hear everything. So I didn't need the dog next door to be contributing to this video also, so that's why I'm doing a voiceover. But as you can see, blending these are easy. They are a wax pencil. It's not rocket science, in all honesty. A few different tones. I tried to use this wee blending tool, and it does actually blend, as you can see here. It does actually blend, but you don't need this, because what you can do is the little middle colour that I use for the cream, you can go over the top of that to blend it all with the lightest shade that you've got, which works phenomenally well at blending. If you don't have one of my little smudge goals, I don't know what they're really called, but if you don't have one of those little smudge goals, just use the lightest shade that you use for your cream over the top, and it blends the colours together really well. I mean, it worked for me, and you've got the same pack, so if it works for me, it's going to work for you. It's just that simple. And as you can see, I'm not doing any majorly mental technique. It's colouring. Come on, Jeanette. I know you can do it. I know you can. That's basically it. There's no fancy way, no fancy things. So what are you waiting for? Really, what are you waiting for? Get your bits out, Jeanette. It did say bits. It did say bits. But I want to know when you're in the comments, I want to know that you have done it. At least try. Come on. Give it a go. Who's going to know? Who's going to care? I mean, I know that you've said that your little one is teething at the minute. So I know you probably don't have enough time to do much. But honestly, as women especially, and if there's any guys listening, you can tune out now. But as women, we are taught what? That our needs come last. Or if at all. Right? Especially if you've got kids. And then you feel guilty if you take 5 minutes to yourself. And I understand that completely. But you need mental health days too, you know. You need something to decompress with as well. So I would definitely say, with the guilt, no, stop that. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, creativity is at the top of the pyramid. There's 5 layers to this pyramid, and creativity is at the top of the pyramid. Your basic needs at the bottom, your psychological needs of food and water and shelter, clothing, sleep, you know, the basics are there. And then you've got like safety and security, and then love and belonging and self-esteem and confidence. But at the very top of self-actualization, you need creativity. You need a purpose and a meaning and inner potential. It doesn't mean you have to make the most amazing art. It doesn't mean you have to make the most amazing anything. Even if you cook, even if you dance, that's still art and that's still creativity. But get these bloody pencils out since you bought them, and take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, take as long as you need for yourself to get your own mental health in check. You don't have to be all-encompassingly talented to do anything creative. You really don't. And these pencils are simple. You already have them. So get them out and get them used. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to be on you. Now that I know you're on my channel, I'm going to be telling you. Come on. And I'm going to get at you. Jeanette, have you used your pencils today? No, I won't. But I do want you to take a breather and just, you know, realize that you are a human being too. You're not a human doing. You need to take a mental check on yourself. You need to look after your own health as well as you're looking after the kids. But don't be feeling guilty into thinking, oh, I can't take 5 minutes for myself, because we're ingrained to feel that as women, that we shouldn't have needs and they don't need to be met. Well, they bloody do. Okay, I'm here to give you permission to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as you need to sit down, chill, make yourself a colouring book, buy yourself a colouring book, steal one of the kids' colouring books, but bloody do it. Get those pencils off the shelf and do it. You've already bought them, you already have them. Don't let them just sit there doing nothing, wasting away. They're not super expensive and they are not artist grade, but you don't need that. Just, who's gonna care? Well, it's just paper and pencils at the end of the day, that's all it is. So get them out, get them used. Let's go. Instead of watching a YouTube channel like mine, take your book, take your pencils, and for as long as a YouTube video, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Colour in. Take that time for yourself. Do something creative. Get a bit of colour in your life. And enjoy yourself. Chill, you only get one of these. This is your only go. You might as well make the most of it. You know? And what's the worst that can happen? You don't colour inside the lines. Well, whoop-de-doo. Who's gonna care? You know? It doesn't have to be a big deal. You just gotta get them off the shelf, get them out of the box, and get them used. And as I say, if you don't have a colouring book, make one. buy one, steal one of your kids. But just use your pencils. There's no good sitting on a shelf. And I say this with a room full of absolute amazing craft stuff that I've never used. Well, after watching Dawn at First Light Crafts, she's doing a series using up her stash. It would take me years, quite literally years, if I was to do a video on every single die set, every single stamp set that I have in that studio that I have never used. But I'm getting myself in gear to start using some more and getting off my butt and using them, because, well, they're just sitting there. And I'd be a hypocrite if I tell you, get up and do some crafting, get up and colour in. You know, I'd be a hypocrite. And here you can see a close-up of, if you can see there's a little blending going on, there's not much blending going on, there's not much to these. There's just a wee bit of colour. A wee bit of colouring in. So I hope this has helped. I hope this will, and my wee lecture is going to get you off your butt. Come on, Jeanette, get off your butt. And for anyone else who's got craft stash in your room, in your store, or in wherever you store them, and you have something that you've not used for a while, get it out. Come on. It's stopping you. This week, I would like you to get something out of your stash that you've never used before and use it. If you're here watching this, that's what I want you to do. Get something out of your craft room that you've had stored. Oh, don't look. Well, thanks very much for watching. Jeanette, I'm sorry for the lecture, but if you really like this, give it a thumbs up, give me a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Slán go fóill. Bye!